I'll give you a 2-minute cue.
Sounds good.
12:28.
So,
I feel like we need to be more resistant.
that'll work. You can
Wherever you're comfortable.
and then I can teach this way. Camera can see. It's good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Friday, NUHS Tai Chi and Qigong Club. Today, I've been exploring a thing over the last week or so, definitely this morning, and I came to the realization that we're already halfway through the year, and time flies, and sometimes we can get so caught up in what's going on with work, with school, with activities, with home life, that it becomes difficult to just kind of be present. So I was building this flow, or this series of movements. My intention is to be mindful of your movement, to move slowly, methodically. Each one of these postures, or each movement that I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do almost excessively slow. And with Qigong and Tai Chi, you're moving with your breath. If you're unable to hold your exhale or hold your inhale as slow as I might be moving, or as slow as you might feel as though you're moving, that's okay. Go with your breath. If you have to take a pause, take a pause. Feel as though your shoulders are tight, relax them out too. This is all about being mindful of your body. So if your body is yelling at you, listen to your body. Don't try to fight through it, because I don't want anyone to feel compelled to hold something or pull something while doing a relaxation or a meditation. So this actually works out well because it's in a video, but I haven't done it for any of you. With cloud hands, if for those that have watched the video, it's this very nice flowy movement. So I tweaked it a little bit in order to gradually expand your movement. So starting with like this, this loose posture, we bring up, and as we pull this energy across, so we're inhale and then exhale and sweep it back in. And each time as we exhale, make that circle bigger and bigger. So we're inhale and exhale, almost like we're blowing our hand away. And that's eventually where I want us to get to. Switch hands. One more. Loosening up those arms, getting yourself ready for mindful awareness of where the chi might be going. So I've done all these exercises before, all these movements before. Now we're going to start grouping them together. So this, arms up, reach towards the sky, and as we come down, previously we would guide this through our entire body. For this one, we're going to slowly on our exhale come down to about our forehead. Then we're going to pull that energy across on our inhale, and exhale, push it out. Rotate our hands so that we're kind of bringing almost like a package towards ourselves, and inhale, and then down. So we're kind of going to build off of empty force, but reverse. So we're going to take this healing form and mix it with empty force. So on our exhale, bring it down towards head center. Inhale, bring that across our forehead. Exhale, push out. Rotate our hands, and then inhale. And exhale, guide it back down our body. These next few, I'm going to let you go at your own pace. Try not to talk. next one, instead of going to our forehead, we're going to go to heart center. We start off the same way. Inhale, bring our arms up. Exhale, we start to guide that energy down our body. But when we get to heart center, we stop. And inhale, pull that energy across our chest. Exhale, strengthen that chi in front of us. Inhale, pull it back in. And then exhale, guide it down the rest of our body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, drape it across. Rotate our hands. Exhale, push the boundaries of that chi before it gets away from us. Rotate and grab it back and pull it in towards heart center on our inhale. Exhale down. Next two, I'll let you go at your own pace. This one we're going to go to that belly button. Go down to our navel. So on our exhale, now we go our full body until we get to about midline. And then now we're pulling that energy across. Push it out. On our exhale. Inhale, pull it back in towards ourselves. Inhale. Exhale on our body until we get to about that navel region, lower dantian. We pull it across our midline, push out, testing those boundaries of that chi in front of us. Before it escapes us, we want to grab it, pull it back in. And with this, if you want, you can stop here, or you can go all the way down to get to your feet as well. Next two at your own pace. Last one is more just to bring everything together, and as we come down, exhale fully down through our body. And on your way up, grab it like this, like a package. Bring this package up. And when we get to about here at chest, kind of rotate our hands and push out. Bring that energy in on our inhale. Push out this way on our exhale. Sweep in So now it's just this testing that we're pushing forward, pushing out. That final end is we're kind of swooping in as much of that chi as we can and bringing it in towards ourselves and exhale down more towards the center. Let's try one more time. Because we were down here, right? So you bend forward, scoop up, exhale, bring in, on our inhale, and then exhale out. And on our inhale, swoop in, and exhale down. How's that feel? Good? Really feeling the shoulders? Yeah. I like this, and it's just stringing moves together. That's why I like aspects of Qigong, because with this, I was trying it again this morning, almost compels you to just be in the moment, in your body. You go at your own pace, you go at your own breath, you move where your body wants you to go. It's sometimes hard to actually think when doing these exercises, and that's why I like it, because it's all about, okay, where do I need that energy going? You might be able to see, you might feel the heat in your hands when you're by forehead. You're like, oh, I might be overthinking something, or oh, I might be anxious for something. You might feel it on your chest. You're like, okay, well, that could be anxiety too. That could be too much going on. I might feel this weight. Or you can feel it down here. So depending on where you feel that pull of that chi, can gear your practice and kind of go, all right, well, I should focus on that a little bit more. Not even should. We're not going to use should. Should bad. Step in should, it gets all over your shoes. So no shoulds. It's an expectation. Almost stimulates anxiety. So it can be beneficial to when you find points that are like, ooh, this felt a little restricted or condensed. Maybe I explore that a little bit more. Or maybe that becomes a focus of some of my breathing, and I really want to pay attention to, stomach or chest or mind. So thank you. It was a little more relaxed today, but that was the goal of it. Too much stress right now. Relaxation is fun. So I'll turn things over to Dr. Serlin.
Thank you, Jason. Very glad to once again be here this afternoon with you. Thankful that the weather has permitted us to work together despite it threatening a tad bit. So, as I've mentioned before, the Tai Chi form that we're working on is from Sun style, S-U-N, like sun style. It's been modified for people that have arthritis. Now, the difference, if one wants to talk about a difference between Tai Chi and Qigong. Qigong is energy work. And we may do a different variety of exercises and you're practicing Qigong. Tai Chi is like a series of Qigong exercises that happen in the exact same pattern each time, kind of like a dance, okay? So with that thought in mind, all the principles are the same. We want to keep a little bit of a bend in our knees, that sense of being suspended from the sky by a string as if you were a puppet. And let's just do a little bit more because I want to loosen up our feet just a tad here, okay? So Jason's done some of the preliminary work. Normally the Tai Chi for Arthritis, thank you for joining us. The Tai Chi for Arthritis program has a series of Qigong exercises that are done, and then you do the dance form. And with what Jason has already done, we're going to just go over 2 of those Qigong exercises to warm up, and then we'll get back into the form again. So what I would like everybody to do is watch for a moment. As we breathe in, we're going to bring our arms up, and we're going to just step to the side with one foot onto the toes of the foot behind us. And then we're going to bring our arms down and the foot back to this position. Then we bring our arms behind our body and go onto the heel with that same leg. We're going to do this 3 times. As we are lifting the arms and going up We're going to inhale. As we come back to our center, we're going to exhale. As we reach out, we're going to inhale. As we come back to center, we're going to exhale. So we'll do that 3 times on one leg. Then we're going to do it 3 times on the other leg. Okay? I'm going to turn so that we're going the same direction. Okay? All right. So here we go. We're going to start with our left leg first. Breath in. Breathe out. Breath in. And out. Let's do that 2 more times. Now let's go to the right leg. Again, breath in, the arms come up, we step back. Breath out as we come to center. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's go 2 more times on that right leg. Good. Now, a little bit of warming up of the feet. So traditionally, the way that, again, the arthritis, Tai Chi for arthritis goes, you typically start with neck and you work your way down with the Qigong. So this next move is essentially like so. We're going to simply work with the mobility of the ankle and the foot a little bit. And as we touch, we're going to breathe out and then we're going to breathe in and just back and forth. So we're going first big toe down and then the side and back of the heel. Okay, so let's simply do this. I'll face you and you do your right foot, I'll do my left foot first. Okay, so here we go. Breath out, big toe down, breathe in, heel. Breath out, big toe down, breathe in, heel. One more time, breath out, breathe in. Put your weight back into that other leg now. Same thing, other leg. Breath out, big toe, breathe in, heel. Breath out, big toe, breathe in, heel. Breath out, toe, breathe in, heel. And now let's go to our other foot. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go with the inside and outside of the foot. Okay? So we're going to start with your right leg again. We're going to go breath out on the outside of the foot, breath in on the inside of the foot. Okay, so here we go. Breath out, breath in. Breath out, in, breath out, in, and bring your foot back. Do this again. Other foot. Breath out, in, out, in, out, and bring your foot down. Okay? So sometimes when we get to doing these static postures for a period of time, you start to feel some cramping that may occur. Listen to your body. If that happens, this is a wonderful little exercise to do for yourself to loosen things up. And again, you want to incorporate this into your activities as you work outside of our club. Okay? Now we're going to move into the actual Tai Chi form again. We've gone through move 1 and move 2. Most everybody, I believe, here has done move 1 and move 2. Let's start with that. I'm going to face you as we do this initially, and then I'm going to go through move 3 independently, and we will then add that in. Okay? So heels together, feet are splayed, your head is as suspended by a string. As we breathe in, allow our arms to float up, palms facing each other. Breathe out, sink, bend your knees. Breathe in, bring the ball in towards your body. And now as we breathe out, you're going to reach out with your left foot, heel, toe, and once your weight sinks, now the right foot, toe, heel, bring your hands back in on an inhale. Breathe out, let your hands come down right in front of your chest. Breath in, and breathe out. And then breathe in, this bass drum move and breathe out. No matter where we are in the form, that's going to be the way that we close things. And indeed, when you get the whole form down, that'll be the way that we close the entire form. So that little bass drum. And as you do that, again, just picture yourself literally being in a marching band with the bass drum in front of you. And as you breathe in, you let your hands skim around the rim of the drum until they end up right back here. So it's like 3/4 of the drum, essentially. Okay? So, let us do now, move 3 is what is called single whip. Now, the origins of this are a little bit unclear, but there is some suggestion that this is associated with a posture where many, we'll call it rural individuals, had to carry their things to and from the market. It's called a yoke that they had across their shoulders. So what will happen with this particular move is simply this. After we have moved our hands open and shut, we are then going to turn to our right, and I'm going to do this mirror image so it's the same direction you're going here. We're going to simply breathe in, rotate our body, and then we're going to step, just very slightly with our foot turned out. And as we set our toes down, we're going to push our hands forward. From here, you're going to breathe in, leaving your weight mostly in that forward leg, and open your hands. Okay, let's relax. Now, I find sometimes visualizations help people understand this. Okay, simple visualization. Picture yourself coming up to a set of curtains that's off to your side. And you're pushing your hands through the place where the curtains meet, and then you're holding the curtains with one hand, and you're opening up the curtains with the other hand. Okay? Now, when we did our movement here, the palms were facing each other energetically. Okay, everything we did for move 1, right? We went through this whole process, all of this, our palms are facing each other, and we come here. Now, our hands still face each other, push them through the curtains, and this is when, as we breathe in, we're going to turn our palms forward. Okay, so the one hand, all it's doing, we put it out there, and then as the other hand opens, all it's doing is turning forward. Okay, so we push here, leaving our weight just slightly there, and we open, so to speak, the drinks. Okay? Now again, the foot movement, just for a moment, right? We started out in this approximate shoulder-width stance with our knees bent. We leave our one leg, your left leg, as the case may be, where it is. And when this leg comes in, what happens, as we rotate, we shift our weight over into your left leg just slightly. And then your step here is a very small step. Remember, this is meant for people with arthritis, so you don't want to challenge the body too much. Your toes, when they land, are like just maybe a toe length in front of where the other foot is. So we're not making this hard on ourselves. The bigger the step, the more weight that's going to end up and more challenging the posture is. We're going to go very subtle, breathing and rotating, little step, and then opening up the foot. Okay? Now, let's all try this same direction. Oftentimes, it can get a little confusing if we're facing you. So now I'm going to turn away. Let's do just move 3, and then we're going to put it all together. Everybody good? Okay, here we go. Heels together, feet splayed. Your head as if suspended by a string from above. Breathe in, allow your hands to come up. Breathe out, sink into your knees. Breathe in as you come in towards your body. Bring the left foot up. Breathe out, heel, toe. Present your gift. Now toe, heel, breathing in. Breathe out. Let your hands settle. Move 2. Breath in. Breath out. Move 3. Breath in. Heel, toe, and breath in as you go. I apologize. I usually don't do something that I have said I'm going to do differently, but I did. Okay. I put move 3 immediately in just in sequence. Let's look at it independently for a moment. I apologize.
No, that was great.
Anyway, you see where it belongs and how it flows, okay? So let's take a step back and just look at move 3. Again, we're starting from our shoulder width stance here. We've just opened and closed our hands. We now breathe in and rotate, putting our weight just slightly into our right leg. So we rotate left. As we breathe out, we go heel, and when the toes hit, we reach forward. Again, arms remain bent. Now we breathe in, turning the hands forward, and leaving our weight in that left front leg. Let's try that one more time again. So let's do move 2 here. Breath in. Out. Now, breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, heel. Toe. Breathe in and breathe from the toe. Okay, first thing, are there questions about what I just showed? You may have to play with it, and questions may come as we go along. Let's put them all back into sequence again. And then I'm going to ask you to do something, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but it is important, in my opinion, for you to try to do this independently without looking at everything. You've got to kind of challenge yourself a little bit with it. No matter what happens, you just let this happen, and whatever happens is wonderful. Okay? So let's go through it one more time. Whole thing. Feet together, hands at our side, head is suspended by a string from the heavens. I lied. We're going to do it one more time together, the same way, and then we're going to try it. Okay? Here we go. Heels together. Okay. Now the way that we are taught, show me and I will follow you. Ready? Begin. things being done, I want you all to